Hey everyone, welcome into Bleacher Talk. I'm Claudia Collins, and today joining me right off the bat is Bruce Cooper for quick picks, but I don't want to bury the elephant in the room. We'll call it. Spurge is not joining us today because he had a minor procedure that's keeping him from, well, it's requiring a little bit of vocal rest. We'll call it that. And this is Bleacher Talk, so we do a lot of talking. He'll be right back in the mix next week. But we've got Bruce Cooper for quick picks, a lot of fun things coming up in the show. We always bring you a feature story and social spotlight. But let's start with the standings. Coop, you and I had a really good week going 2-1. Spurge went 1-2. So he's really looking for a comeback this week. He did send in his picks, but let's just kick it off with Centennial against Queen Creek. Coop, who are you picking here?
Well, first off, let me send a shout out to Spurge. Spurge, hope you get better, man. We miss you, and we know that you'll be back here next week for another round of Bleacher Talk. Miss you, buddy. But as it relates to Centennial and Queen Creek, look, Centennial got off to that tough 0-4 start, and they also have been able to get some new additions via the transfer rule. But you know what? I just like everything about Queen Creek. I mean, they're 5-1 for a reason, and that reason is Tate Reynolds. I mean, he's a just an ultimate competitor, leading rusher, the quarterback. I mean, he's just an impressive young man. And just based on that, I'm going to take Travis Sherman and his Queen Creek Bulldogs in a 27-20 victory over Richard Taylor and the Centennial Coyotes.
Hey, Coop, I agree with a lot of what you said. Ahead of this season, I really thought Centennial would probably be in a better position right now. They have a lot of losses against some of the best teams in the state. I mean, I look at Highland and Brophy really standing out there, but Queen Creek is kind of, in some ways, a sleeper program. For me, this matchup is really going to show just how tough the Bulldogs are. You mentioned Tate Reynolds leading that offense. He's an incredible athlete, committed to play football and baseball at Clemson. They're a high scoring offense, which is the reason I am taking Queen Creek to win 35-25. And this is truly going to be the difference maker for Spurge because he is taking Centennial. I'm taking his notes right here, winning 27-24 because their backs are against the wall and they need big wins down the stretch to make a run in the 6A playoffs. And he's not wrong. I
Right.
just don't know that it's this week against Queen Creek. So really fun matchup there. Going on to probably the best of the mix here, Red Mountain against ALA Queen Creek. Who do you have?
Oh my goodness. You talk about an East Valley region that is just stacked and loaded. I mean, we were talking about a pair of 6-0 teams. And let me tell you something. Kyle Enders and Red Mountain, they really opened my eyes when they beat Highland. But you know what? I'm just so impressed by them, and I think the difference might be because I know, look, that stadium's going to be packed at Red Mountain. It's just like it was in Highland, but I think the difference might be ALA Queen Creek's defense. I mean, I was looking at some of the numbers, but I'm going to go with the road team and the defense in this one. I'm going to call it a low scoring game. I'm going to go ALA Queen Creek 17, Red Mountain 14.
I got to agree with you again, Coop. I also think it's going to be a low scoring game for the reason you mentioned. That ALA Queen Creek defense is absolutely off the charts this season. This is the funnest matchup of our quick picks. I think in the last few weeks, probably they're both 6-0. ALA Queen Creek has pretty much dominated the teams that they've played this season. Red Mountain's schedule is pretty evenly matched. If they had both played Highland by now, I think I might have more of a sway as to who I'd go with, depending on the results. But they just have so much star power at ALA Queen Creek, and I think they have a slight edge. I'm going to go, oh man, like 14-13. Let's just make it really low scoring and close. That's my call there. All right, Spurge, this is really going to be a difference maker week for you. He says, this is the most intriguing game of the week. I love both programs and think they can both do damage in the open playoffs. Red Mountain has a different swagger about them that'll be enough to overcome the elite line play of the Patriots. He says Red Mountain will win 28-27 in a down the wire finish. So I love where this is going. Spurge, this is either going to bring you right on top, or as he said, I think he's going to tank a little bit depending on how it goes. All right, last matchup, Snowflake at Marcos Deniza. Coop.
Well, look, hats off to Kay Solomon and Snowflake. They come in 6-0, undefeated. Marcos Deniza, I like some of the skill position players. I like some of the team speed they have. I mean, Demetrius Davis at running back. I mean, Jaden Lott's a really electric quarterback. But I'm going to tell you, Snowflake is no joke. they sit atop, the 4A East Sky region for a reason. Very, very good dual threat quarterback in Jacob LeDuc. Nice running back in Canton Turley. I'm going to take Snowflake, and I'm going to make it pretty convincing here. Snowflake 35, Marcos Deniza 17.
I'll read Spurge's. This is going to be truly quick picks right now because it's a quick and easy pick. He says, it's a long trip for the Lobos, but they're unbeaten and looking to get back to a state title game. Give me Snowflake 31-20. And yeah, it is a long trip, and I have never chosen against Snowflake, and I think it's because I'm a little biased after going and spending a weekend up there and getting to know the team a few years back and just the community environment. I do think it has an impact. I really, really do. It's an easy pick for me because I always pick Snowflake. Marcos has some playmakers. I don't want to take that away from them. I think they could convincingly win a lot of the remaining games this season, but I don't think it's going to start with this one. I'm going to give Snowflake the win here. I'll agree with Spurge. Let's just go 31-20. And that does it for this week of Quick Picks. It's going to be a fun one. That's for sure. You're going to want to stick with us. We've got fun feature stories coming up. And of course, our social spotlight segment with Eliab Gabai.
Please hold while we connect you.
Hey, what's going on?
I can't get anyone on the phone at my bank, and they don't have any branches nearby.
I think your bank has you between a rock and a hard place.
Oh, Granite! Does your bank do this to you?
No. Desert Financial's top-rated mobile app makes you feel like a rock star. They have over 50 locations and treat you like a VIP when you go.
That sounds a lot better than this tight squeeze.
Join today at desertfinancial.com/yourway.
Hi, I'm Jody Jackson. I spend a lot of time on the baseball diamonds, but my favorite diamonds are right here at E.D. Marshall Jewelers. They have the largest selection of beautiful diamonds in every size, shape, color, and price. Hit a home run this season with the perfect engagement ring. Come on, fellas, get off the bench and visit E.D. Marshall Jewelers at Scottsdale Road and Shea Boulevard. Since 1971, E.D. Marshall Jewelers. Best quality, best selection, and best price.
This is a Santan Ford announcement. Santan Ford has over 1,600 new cars and trucks in stock. All models are priced for immediate sale to make room for more arrivals. Don't wait. Head to Tim Hoving's Santan Ford in Gilbert. We are Santan Ford.
Let's talk about Venezia's Pizzeria. New York-style pizza. Oh, man, this looks so good. Pizza doughs made fresh daily, wings, subs, sandwiches, pasta. They cater, they deliver. They have 5 Valley locations. Venezia's New York-style Pizzeria.
Visit us at Harrah's Auction Casino in the city of Maricopa, where you'll find play for all and friendly people ready to welcome you like family.
Welcome back, you two.
As the official sponsor of Play and the only casino in Arizona with Caesars Rewards, see what a difference it makes to play where your fun is our top priority. Harrah's Auction Casino. Play for all.
Nothing brings people and families together faster than sharing food. Great friends, memories, and good times. For over 2 generations, Valle Luna has served you the food that brought you together, and we've been proud to do so. We're fortunate to have been a part of so many stories, gatherings, and traditions that continue on today and will tomorrow. Start a tradition of your own. Come taste authentic Sonoran-style food with your family and friends here with us at Valle Luna.
Ortho Arizona and my journey. My knees were shot, so I had double knee replacement, and I needed one of the best in rehab. Ortho Arizona encouraged and pushed me in the process. Go to orthoarizona.org. That's orthoarizona.org.
What would you need to experience life in full motion? expertise to provide the best care, unsurpassed training and technique. It requires the best orthopedic surgeons. Ortho Arizona.
A mission for Westwood Athletics has been to build a community that's truly a family. And that's something you could say the football and cheer programs have mastered under their respective head coaches.
I definitely was looking for a way to bring the community back to our athletics. I really focused really hard on targeting alumni and people with connections to our community. So when our football job opened up 3 years ago, Coach Large was a natural fit as a former Westwood Warrior.
After a successful college football career at Eastern Illinois and South Dakota, Coach Large found himself back in the Valley and on the coaching staff at Higley High School. Now he's been the head coach at Westwood for 3 years, and the Warriors are having one of their most successful football seasons as of late.
So I grew up right here, and the job opened up after Coach Ide retired, and it was something that I was excited about and just jumped at the opportunity for.
Growing right alongside the football program is the cheer program.
I had the opportunity to hire a new cheer coach, and Coach Caitlin Large was my top choice because of her experience as a cheer coach, as a collegiate cheerleader.
I'm from Illinois, so I cheered in high school and then at Eastern Illinois for just a little bit.
If you haven't put it together yet, Coach Brandon Large and Coach Caitlin Large are married, and their story brought them from the Midwest back to Westwood.
We met in class at Eastern Illinois in a psychology class. And yeah, so she was a cheerleader at the school, and I was playing football there, and so that's kind of how we met.
When we moved back to Arizona, I started coaching then, and we've been coaching at the same school pretty much that whole time.
And so I couldn't pass up on the opportunity to put the dynamic duo together and bring our community together. We tease them a little bit. We call Coach Caitlin the real Coach Large. So we make sure we know, but they're both definitely very competitive. They're very well organized, and so they both feed off of each other. And it's great to see that they're using this kind of connection that they have to bring more Westwood community spirit.
While they save the large majority of their coaching for their own programs, there's possibly a bit more crossover between the football and cheer team than usual.
Yeah, I always say that I'm the director of cheer operations.
Yes.
And so she always runs everything by me, and I watch a lot of stunting videos and cheer routines all the time.
A lot of cheer competitions.
Yeah. In college, I used to read the play sheet, and she would do the signals with me.
I did know
or she would read the signals, and I would do or she would read the plays, and I would do the signals back to her when I was learning the offense and stuff.
Under Coach Caitlin and Brandon Large, both programs are living up to Westwood's mission.
They've grown exponentially. I think that they have done it the right way by involving the community. They've definitely jumped in with both feet to get those community members to rally around them, and with that, I think that we've gotten so many more people out at games, people participating in the programs. It's just been great to see.
Hey, what you working on?
I'm trying to find a bank I can feel good about.
Kinda looks like you're doing rocket surgery.
Yeah, they have all kinds of requirements and don't give anything back to their customers. It's really hard. Oh!
You know, when you join Desert Financial, you get a rewards program that offers a cashback bonus, and there's no hidden fees with your free checking. It's really easy.
Nice. I think I'm gonna need that bonus.
Join today at desertfinancial.com/betterbanking.
Kick off the model year end savings at Bird's Volkswagen. Final 24 Tiguans are on sale. 0% for 60 months and $2,000 bonus cash. For final Jettas, only $22,935. Kick off your model year at Bird's Volkswagen, Baseline and Country Club.
We've got some fresh new young talent doing some things that I know you haven't heard before.
1, 2, 3, listen.
Hi, I'm Jody Jackson. I spend a lot of time on the baseball diamonds, but my favorite diamonds are right here at Edie Marshall Jewelers. They have the largest selection of beautiful diamonds in every size, shape, color, and price. Hit a home run this season with the perfect engagement ring. Come on, fellas, get off the bench and visit Edie Marshall Jewelers at Scottsdale Road and Shea Boulevard. Since 1971, Edie Marshall Jewelers. Best quality, best selection, and best price.
Kick off the model year-end savings at Burge Mazda with $2,500 in customer bonus cash or 0.9% financing up to 60 months on Mazda CX-50s or 0% financing on CX-5s. Drive all the new Mazdas today at Burge Mazda, Baseline and Country Club.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back into Bleacher Talk. I'm Claudia Collins, and alongside with me for the segment you've been waiting for, it's Eliav Gabay with our Social Spotlight segment. But Eliav, before I pass the torch on over to you, we're in the back half of the season. You've been out to a lot of games. I'm just curious, who's stood out to you so far this season, or any teams, players that you're excited to continue watch and progress?
All right, so I have gotten to see ALA Queen Creek a couple of times, and that's an impressive bunch. I'm going to get to my player in just a second, but just their defense in general has been suffocating every time I've watched. So much pressure on the quarterback. The DBs are doing their job. The linebackers are being the captains the way they are supposed to be. So great job on ALA Queen Creek's defense. But my player is Brandon Brown, their running back. He runs with an aggression. He runs with an anger. His blockers are all there. Shout out to the O-line, always shouting out to the boys in the trenches. But what a great squad so far. And just watching him run has been impressive because he's got that power that I just mentioned, but then he's got that speed off the edge that is just tough to stop. So I'm going to go with Brown and ALA Queen Creek right now, Claudia.
Hey, that actually is good for me to hear because if you tuned into our quick pick segment, there's a little bit of disparity on who we're picking, but I chose ALA Queen Creek against Red Mountain. So I hope your instincts are right, Eliav, because that would be really good for me to take a potential lead this week, but we'll see. All right, Eliav, I know you're on the edge of your seat. What do you have for us this week?
That's right. That's right. We've been on like a little bit of a star kick lately. So I'm going to start with the star, Ricky Pearsall, in the practice window for the 49ers. We know he got shot earlier this season, but hey, he is back on the field. And how about the Corona del Sol alum and ASU alum? Well, ASU, former ASU player. We'll give them a little bit of credit, but it's great to see him on the field, regardless of anything else. Just to see him on the field, Claudia, is a big deal.
Absolutely. I almost feel like you didn't do it intentionally, but almost skated over the fact, like, yeah, he got shot in the chest earlier this year. That is a big deal that he's back out on the field. Maybe it just shows that Aztec spirit, just get up and go. And we'll go with that, right? But honestly, super, super impressive. I know his sister. I know the family just a teeny little bit. And honestly, great family. I'm just so happy to see, like, clearly he loves what he's doing. And I'm just happy to see him back out there. So I like that we're starting off with the star, but it's kind of a little bit heartwarming because it's warming my heart. We want to see people's success, especially after something like that.
No doubt. And the way the family responded, and you could see the love he has around him. So that Arizona pride looking good in a lot of ways after something so crazy. So we're obviously happy for him. Now I got to go to the recruiting queen with some questions on this because first of all, congratulations, Trayshawn Shorty committed the Williams Field product, headed to Idaho State. Now we know the national letter of intent is now no longer a thing, Claudia. It makes your life a little crazier, I'm assuming. But when it comes to these kind of commitments, how much weight do you put on them at this point?
You know, it's hard to say like person to person, and especially without really knowing someone individually, but as a general like umbrella, it's really hard because we see guys commit and decommit, and I am not saying that's what's going to happen here. I really hope that this is the route that he's going to take, but it's really hard, especially with the transfer portal and coaching changes and things like that. It's difficult because you want to know what you're signing, right? You want to sign that contract and think, okay, this is who I'm playing for. These are probably my teammates. And then when everything gets flipped on its head, you have to make that decision all over again. Like, this isn't the team I thought I was playing for. This isn't the coach I thought I was playing for. So it's hard, right? It is. But I don't want that to take away from how exciting these moments are because in the moment, I'm sure that he and everybody else is committed. And sometimes we break commitments. We shouldn't, but sometimes we do as people. That's just what we do. And, congratulations. That's the message I want out of this. And if things change, plug the recruiting roundup. You'll see it there.
That's right. That's right. We'll have you updated in case anything changes. But for now, congratulations, Trayshawn. Well deserved and best of luck. Now, another player looking for that next step, Dalen Sharper had his visit at LSU, the Tigers. Claudia, that would be pretty cool. I mean, just seeing again more of these AZ high school products getting a lot more of these big program looks is nice to see.
Absolutely. And I think it's good for the guys to get out to a school that's on the other side of the country, see something that's totally different from what we have, even just like environmentally, I guess, than we have in Arizona. I just think it's really great. Go take your visits, go see your options. I think if I had a piece of advice, I would say see something everywhere. Head to the Pacific Northwest, head to the Midwest, head to the South, see it all and figure out. And coming from the person who likes to travel,
I
of
didn't want
course.
to.
But it does play a factor. I just did a commitment interview this past week on the recruiting roundup, and it was a commitment to NAU. But nonetheless, he even said it doesn't even feel like Arizona. So sometimes these guys just want something different than what they've had maybe their whole lives up until this point in college. So I think it's really awesome. And Dalen Sharper has been balling out. So I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up at a big Power Four school.
Well, if he does move on to the next level, he'll be joining not on the same team, but on the same level, his also Brophy Bronco in EJ Warner, who plays at Rice. And we had to show him a little bit of love because this is a sweet touchdown. Finds Matt Sykes in the back of the end zone with 4 seconds remaining for the game-winning touchdown. Of course, EJ Warner, son of Kurt Warner, but a Brophy Bronco is what we care most about. And how about a game-winning tutty, Claudia?
Absolutely. And I don't want to like overlook the fact that this is just what Brophy does, even when they weren't as relevant, we'll say in the last couple years, they were building and they always had the guys, and the guys are now at the next level, absolutely producing. So cool to see. And I mean, what is it? Another big name out of Brophy if we're talking NFL talent that has byproduct, I guess we'll call it at Brophy. I mean, so much talent there. And I think we're going to see a lot of these names from Brophy now doing this kind of thing in the future.
I think you might be right. Now, if we're talking about the Arizona High School Football Brotherhood, Just Chili posted this one, and you mentioned heartwarming earlier. This is heartwarming as well. Oregon QB Luke Moga. Last year he was at Sunny Slope, obviously 4 years, and then found Oregon wide receiver commit Cooper Perry from Notre Dame Prep in the sea of people. And I just love that. I love that because their connection is AZ, Claudia. And this is how you start building it up. This is how you got a few guys from here in Arizona committing to this conference, committing to this university. Oh, let me find my guy. Everybody know USC has plenty of them. And here we are. So I think it's just, again, more signs of things to come, Claudia.
For sure. And this just proves that Arizona high school football, I should say, to Oregon pipeline is still very much strong. And I don't know what their connection is. Are they just formal rivals when they were in Arizona together? Did they play sevens together? Regardless, it really shows what a tight-knit community this Arizona high school football community is. And it's one of those things that I'm sure you and I both have really gotten to see over the years. Like, yeah, you're enemies on the field, but then I guess when you're on another field, maybe the college football field, and you're there for a visit, it's all fun and friendly. And this is really awesome. Honestly, when I saw the picture at first, it was zoomed out and I didn't even know who the picture was of. It is truly a sea of people. And honestly, also shout out to Chili because he's just been traveling the country, truly to see everybody, some talent that's not even from Arizona. So he's really on top of his recruiting game as well. So it's really cool to see.
Well, I bet these two are excited to be teammates next year as long as, everything stays the same as commitments go. So that's all we got for Social Spotlight.
Thank you so much, Eliav, and thank you for tuning into Bleacher Talk. We'll see you next week.
Please hold while we connect you.
Hey, what's going on?
I can't get anyone on the phone at my bank, and they don't have any branches nearby.
I think your bank has you between a rock and a hard place.
Oh, Granite! Does your bank do this to you?
No. Desert Financial's top-rated mobile app makes you feel like a rock star. They have over 50 locations and treat you like a VIP when you go.
That sounds a lot better than this tight squeeze.
Join today at desertfinancial.com/yourway.
Nothing brings people and families together faster than sharing food. Great friends, memories, and good times. For over 2 generations, Valle Luna has served you the food that brought you together, and we've been proud to do so. We're fortunate to have been a part of so many stories, gatherings, and traditions that continue on today and will tomorrow. Start a tradition of your own. Come taste authentic Sonoran-style food with your family and friends here with us at Valle Luna.
Discover more Play for All at Harrah's Auction Casino.
Hi, folks. Here are your drinks.
Where having fun means racking up reward credits with the Caesars Rewards loyalty program that can be redeemed for food, free play, hotel stays, and more. Not only here in the city of Maricopa, but also at more than 50 Caesars properties coast to coast. From Harrah's Las Vegas to Caesars Palace in Atlantic City. What are you waiting for? Play for All at Harrah's Auction Casino, the official sponsor of Play.
This is a Santan Ford announcement. Santan Ford has over 1,600 new cars and trucks in stock. All models are priced for immediate sale to make room for more arrivals. Don't wait. Head to Tim Hoving's Santan Ford in Gilbert.
We are Santan Ford.
Let's talk about Venezia's Pizzeria. New York-style pizza. Oh, man, this looks so good. Pizza doughs made fresh daily, wings, subs, sandwiches, pasta. They cater, they deliver. They have 5 Valley locations. Venezia's New York-style Pizzeria.